Can you tell by the weather? It is 70 degrees, beautiful, sunny. I hope this mic is working. I'm trying something new today. Hey, Gail, how you doing? Yeah, you guys had the time change. No time change out here, but I think you guys all got a time change. And I think you're behind or ahead. Spring ahead, right? It's not even spring yet. Can you guys hear me? Is this, I've got a new microphone setup going here. So you got to let me know if you can hear me. Otherwise, I'm going to have to rip this thing apart in the middle of this live stream. Who do we got? Christographs 101. How you doing? Can you hear me? Please, everybody, just confirm that the mic is working. I can hear you, Faith Moore. Okay, good. The second question is going to be with the wind. There's not a lot of wind, but I'm kind of now there's a gust of wind. Is it? What I'm hoping is we don't have that, that iPhone windy sound. Sounds great, Susan. Okay, yeah, you know what? I'll have to use this then. It's like a wireless mic. I got it on Amazon for the iPhone. It was like, I don't know, 20 bucks. So definitely, and you don't hear the wind, huh? There's no wind noise. That would be fantastic. Like such an easy solution, right? How you guys doing? You love the big cactus? We're gonna see a few cactus. Debbie's here, Trisha's here. Great to see you guys. Oh, no wind. It's a light wind, but it is blowing. So it's cool to hear that this little wireless mic is going to be the answer. We got 160 people. Are you guys doing okay in the snow? My son, I just talked to this morning. He's back home in Chicago. It's just miserable. So sorry, all you in the Midwest and East and the South. I don't know how the South, so maybe Florida's doing okay. Happy Sunday. I agree. Let's go for a walk. So we're going to do something different today. I was going to go down to Greenwood Cemetery here in Phoenix, kind of one of the epic big cemeteries. And I chose to, Jay Morgan, thank you for the money. Thanks for the 10 bucks. I thought we'd just take a little walk in a desert cemetery, a little small place here in Cave Creek, which is near where I live. Well, when I'm out here, and it looks like a cool little cemetery, pioneer cemetery. I don't know how it could be a pioneer cemetery though, because it's established in the 1950s. But we'll check it out. It looks like a cool walk. Here comes the wind, but we don't care because I've got a good microphone. All right, let's switch it around. I'll watch what you guys. We're right by the road here, but let's go this way. Get away from the motorcycles. Actually, let's take a quick look over here. So, a little something different today, a little desert kind of walk. Matthew, come to Australia for sure, man. I'm definitely going to come back to Australia someday. I was there about 6 years ago in Brisbane. And then to Queensland, I bought that World War II plane. That's why I was out there. So let's see here. Let's look at some graves. Clear, sunny, and 18 degrees. Come to Perth. Yeah, that's on the other side. That's on the other side, isn't it? One of my friends is from Perth. He's an Aussie. Down under. Lavistad from New England, how are you doing? There looks to be some interesting little sculptures for a modern cemetery. Cool little plot here. Yeah, you're going to see a lot of cactus. I hope I'm going to warm you guys up here by doing this. All you guys are freezing in the north. Watch out for rattlesnakes, always, yeah. I'm not so much worried about the rattlesnakes as I am about the scorpions. I don't like scorpions. And you can really get in trouble with the little scorpions, the little blonde scorpions, I call them. No, Arizona, I don't think has changed. I think just you guys. But I'm not sure. Betty Carlson loves the stories. Let's get away from the noisy road. Isn't this beautiful? This is a beautiful little cemetery. It's very small, so we're going to walk very slow. Tammy doesn't like spiders. I don't like spiders either. Yeah, this was established in, I think, 1955. Sarah, I'm doing well. How are you doing? HH is in the middle of Georgia. Yeah, I was just in Georgia a few weeks ago. Valdosta got an episode, Doc Holliday episode coming out. It's an interesting little marker here. Hope you guys are having a good Sunday. This looks like an anchor. No, but it's not. It's like got a cowboy hat on it. Let me see here. This is very interesting. Do you guys see the cowboy hat? Boy, oh boy, this is like Harley Davidson Alley right here. Barry Myers passed in 09. That's a cross with the cowboy hat. I thought it was an anchor when I was walking up. All right, we got to come over here and look at this one. This is a really neat. Look at this out of metal. Isn't that cool? Look at that. Have you ever seen anything like that? That's all metal. It's really cool. Yeah, it does look like an anchor, but it's not. And it's got a lariat, you know, a rope. See that over there? Isn't that cool? And look at these rocks, these quartz, these beautiful quartz rocks. I think this is quartz. This is what you find gold in. When you break this apart, that's where you find gold. We're going to be doing some gold prospecting out here, guys. When I get more time, see, you might find gold there. Good stuff. They made a biopic on Howard Hughes. Oh, I saw that movie. I actually saw that movie again last night, The Aviator. It was a good movie, but they left out all the good parts. They didn't really cover the rest of his life. They just covered when he finally got to flying the Hercules, the Spruce Goose. But I cover tonight I cover the interesting parts. Let's just say that. Tonight you'll see. Yeah, that's fool's gold. Cheryl, watch out for fool's gold. Look at this here. What do you suppose this was? An old hunting shack or a little well. Look at that. Isn't that cool? It looks like a ruin of some kind of wishing well. It's hard to say. We are in the desert, guys. Bisbee, yeah, I can't wait to get down to Bisbee. I've been there once, a long time ago. So much to do out here once I get settled in. I'm going to try to do a story this week. Cheryl has a good story we've had for like a year now, but I don't think that's going to be an epic day trip. I don't think I'm going to have time to do it on this one. On this trip, I'm only out here for this week, and it's mostly work. There's a picture of the guy on a horse with doggies. Oh, I hate the shadow. The shadow man. A lot of horses. Looks like you got moved. I'm always on the move, Tina. Heck, a week or two ago, I was in Florida. Now I'm on the other side of the country. Can't keep up with me. But yeah, I'm really pinching myself because got a house out here now, and this is absolute paradise. I mean, look at this weather. Come on. Look at these skies. And there's your cactus. Cactus. That's a big cactus. Don't let that fall on you. I do not know who Howard is. Oh, yeah, Amanda, that'll be good. That'll be good for you. Howard Hughes, pretty interesting character. Lived, you know, he lived all through the exciting times. particularly the 40s, 30s and the 40s. He was doing a lot of cool stuff. Look at this, and got a lot of beer bottles down there. Brutal in the summer. Yeah, I'm not going to be here in the summer, that's for sure. I'm going to be in the North Woods at my other house in northern Wisconsin for the summers. Not going to be out here. Yeah, this will melt the tires of your car. But you know what I love about Arizona? I love that there's no humidity usually. I had a big storm last night. Yesterday afternoon, a lot of rain came through. It was pretty cool. Thunder in the mountains. Look at this. What do you suppose this is made out of? Looks like polished steel or something. Really different, huh? Can't really get a... You ever see anything like that? John Mulvihill, passed in 88. Yes, Arizona is perfect right now. 70 degrees, low winds, hardly any clouds. I went golfing yesterday with my son. My son Kyle, who lives out here. Oh, this is really pretty. Look at this. Kyle. Hey, Kyle. He was hitting the ball really far, Kyle was. Look at this. Looks like a real old pioneer right in the corner here, huh? Helen Mae Young. Isn't this cool? It's a little different. Something that's different today. Cold here in North Georgia, Walter says. Okay. Look at that. Passed in June 1987. This is really pretty. Did you guys like that episode I did from Mariana? How about that? That Dozier school? Isn't that something? Locally, that's a big story that's been going around now for maybe 20 years. You know, if you were 20 years ago there was all hidden still. That was the big secret. Look at these cactus or cacti. These beautiful. Look at that. Now this is my headstone. This is what I want my headstone to be. Like just a simple cross. Isn't this beautiful? This is what I'm going to have. I'm going to be buried in the desert, so I'm not underwater. For such a small cemetery, there's a lot to see here, I think. What do you think? The Dozier School. Yeah, that was brutal. I got really bad vibes there. Really bad vibes, as you could imagine, knowing that I'm walking on probably unexcavated kids. Probably a lot of kids. Isn't this gorgeous? Am I warming you guys up? Is this helping? Head up to Jerome. I already was at Jerome, Brenda. We did that, 2 months. Oh, Halloween. Go back to Halloween. I did a really cool episode in Jerome at the Hogback Cemetery. Jerome's pretty cool. I'll be going back to Jerome. I don't know that I'll be doing another video there. I mean, there's the Jerome Cemetery. I did that whole story and a lot of the history there, the violent deaths. Pretty cool. It's so funny. I'm taking video of cactuses instead of graves. Okay, let's focus on graves again here. Oh, this is really pretty. Look at this. Very subtle, right? Knut Hans Bjorn passed in 1987. Born in 63. Yes, I'm in Cave Creek. This is Cave Creek Cemetery. Look at this for a bottle. They got some really nice stuff here. Look at this bottle. I wonder what's in there. Is that tequila? It looks like there might be, and whatever it is bubbling. Greetings from Malaysia. Hey, Ann, how are you doing? Very cool. What time is it there? It's got to be in the middle of the night, huh? The favorite story I did was a young man, tragic accident, and the ghost dog in the pictures. I don't know which one that is. You have to give me the title. God, I've got over 500 episodes now. And I shot, like I said, like over 30 on this last trip. I've got some great stuff coming up. Actually, next week we're going to be starting in New Orleans. The episodes that are coming out next week after Howard Hughes tonight. We're going to be in Baton Rouge during this coming week. We're going to be in New Iberia for one. Actually, I think that's next Sunday night. And we're going to be, let's see, Baton Rouge and where else? New Iberia, like that area before we hit New Orleans. Then New Orleans next week. New Orleans next week. We hit it pretty hard. Hey, Denise from Mesa, how you doing? I think some of the best stuff, yeah. I'm glad you're waiting for New Orleans. I think some of my best stuff is for this trip is New Orleans. Look at this guy, a fisherman. How cool is that? See the rod and the reel here? Hopefully we're getting a good picture. Yeah, a lot of people are looking forward to Howard Hughes tonight. You know, I've got to be careful. I really want to tell you guys what I'm doing, but when I say, here's what's coming up more than like a day in advance, then like Howard Hughes, I literally said, I think 3 weeks ago, I told you guys that I was gonna, when we did the live stream at Glenwood, and I was like, Howard Hughes, I'm gonna do it because so many people were asking. I was like, I'm on it. And literally the next week later, one of the other channels, not a cemetery channel, comes out with Howard Hughes. So it's like, that's why I can't really tell you guys too much of what I'm doing, unfortunately, because it's just like, I hate that. $2 from Deb, thank you. But I think the stuff that I'm going to talk about Howard Hughes is going to be a lot more compelling than you'll hear in most places. Look at this setup. Wow, isn't this gorgeous? Yeah, and I keep changing my mind on what I want to do, but I think I want to be buried in a place like this. Wouldn't you guys? Good weather. You're not going to get flooded out of your grave. Well, there is monsoon. Bleh, tongue twister. There is monsoon season here, so I guess you could get flooded out. What's this here? Looks like an excavation for a child. Oh boy, that looks like a child. Maybe tomorrow, Monday, burial. What do you think? You're from Prescott? How cool. Ministries? Prescott's beautiful. I love the whole tombstone, all down that way. Man, there's so many comments I can't keep up, guys. I'm trying to keep up with you here. Hope you do some voodoo. Voodoo Queen. I already did Voodoo Queen. Marie Laveau. That's the tourist stuff. I did that 2 years ago. You can search my channels. St. Louis #1. I'm doing this New Orleans trip. I'm doing more of the deep dive stuff, more of the stories that you don't hear about, but that are really cool. I've got a story of a shipwreck. I got a story. Oh, I can't even say because just going to like give it away. Trust me, I've got some really good stuff and some walks at some of the cool cemeteries, but not the usual tourist stuff that you're going to hear about. Covered that 2 years ago. If you go, I probably have 8 videos 2 years ago on that New Orleans trip. You can go see all Marie Laveau and Nicolas Cage's pyramid and what else? All the big cemeteries. We did a lot of good walks there. Now this here is called, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is jumping cactus. And if you touch it, oh, the wind was pushing it. This will break off and attach to you, literally attached to you. They are like barbed, and it's like brutal. I've already had it. Man, I can't talk today. Cindy Wheeler, $5, thank you. This stuff is brutal. Jumping cactus. It will get you. It'll stick to you. It'll break off, and it hurts. And it doesn't actually jump, but it feels like it jumps. Let's go back in here. Doing something different today, guys. A little desert, a little wander in the desert. Now, the cemeteries here are Arizona. They're not very green, but this is the greenest you'll see because we had a lot of rain the last few weeks. But other than Tucson, what cemetery where I did Vicky Hodgkinson murder? I forget the name of that cemetery in Tucson. That's a very green cemetery. But other than that, they're mostly brown. They're pretty ugly. So I'm going to have my hands full when I'm out here taking you guys to, it's not going to be as pretty as the Chicago stuff. Hello from Sun City, West Arizona. Where's Sun City? Is that up by Surprise? Or Wickenburg? Is that where you're at? Or Payson? Up to the northwest? You don't plan on watching the Oscars tonight. Why? Well, you'll tune in for Howard Hughes then, I hope. All right, this area is like looks like it's pretty barren of graves. Where's Roy Rogers and Dale Evans? I don't know, good question. I think they've got to be in Arizona, huh? Oh, I guessed right, it is by Surprise. I've always loved that name, Surprise. What a cool name for a town, huh? What a cool name for a town. Amy does not like watching any award shows. Are they bored or? It's kind of narcissistic, right? They're giving awards to themselves constantly. That's the way I look at it. I should get an award for this, and I should get an award. Look at this thing. It looks like a garbage can crushed up over here. There's some really different things. We'll get around to see this. Oh, it's just a tarp. Okay. That's just a tarp. I was like, what the heck kind of marker is that? Something over there. Let's go over there. Hello from Ontario. How are you doing? Mountain Mike's Pizza. That sounds good. Where's that? Is Trigger buried with Dale Evans, Roy Rogers? Or is Trigger, are you talking about the Lone Ranger? I can't keep my hero horses straight. Now this is interesting. This must be new. Very interesting. Wow, there's just like a lot of, oh, these are just future people, just names. Look how, this must be for remains, because they're all crunched together. Let's see what's up here. This is above ground. This is kind of like New Orleans, above ground. Yeah, that's for new burial, but it's got to be cremains because they're all crunched together. There's another cool piece of that quartz. This has a little bit of purple in it. Isn't that pretty? Did you guys see that stone? Are you guys on my Instagram? I did the that stone shop. It's a pretty cool place. Way too expensive for my taste, though. It's not the kind of stuff I would want in my house, but it's cool to look at, personally. Look at the mountains, guys. Nothing but mountains here. Barbara has a distant cousin buried here. Actually, at the cemetery? At this cemetery. I want to know if anybody knows anybody here at the Cave Creek Cemetery. I would be surprised. It is, Ruth. Very beautiful here. Here's a lounging place. Somebody's got the rake here. Keep things nice. This has to be an aerial, I'm sure. Chaz. Just says Chaz. The sky is so blue. Look at that. You're right. I'll give you a little pan around. I mean, this is just... There's my truck over there. Look at these mountains, will you? What town is this near? This is near Phoenix. You guys hear of Phoenix, Arizona? Head into the Superstition Mountains for that gold, Dutchman's gold. Yeah, that'll be one of the stories I'll do. I'm basically pretty deep into, for the last 30 years, all of the superstition, Dutchman's gold, the Peralta family, how the boy was saved, how Jacob Waltz was rewarded. By the way, that's not even his grave that they show on Find a Grave. I don't think he's buried there. But I'm going to get into the superstitions pretty heavy, and I'll be bringing little Jimmy. I've got some good stories in the mountains we're going to be doing. We're going to be finding cemeteries. My goal is out here. This will probably be next summer. Not next summer, next winter. I will take you to some places you couldn't even imagine. And we're going to be, and I haven't found them yet, but there are some targets that I have of ghost towns, and not the usual ghost towns, mining places that have been abandoned that aren't really visited, not tourist places. And my goal is that we find the cemetery, the ruins of the cemetery, and it'll probably be very little left. And there'll be adventures where we'll come out here in the desert, and we're going to be doing stuff like that. That's one of the goals I have, along with doing the usual stuff that I do, the history and the murder stories. We'll keep it mixed up. But a big part of what I want to do here next winter, living here in Arizona in the winters, I'm going to be getting into the mountains. I mean, that's why I'm out here, to do adventures and explore. And I'll be taking you guys with me, like a little bit like the Olive Oatman episode, where we went way back in there, big hike, to find the massacre site. It's a pretty little spot here. This is really pretty, guys. This is where I want to be buried. This is like the latest. Where's the horse? Where'd you see a horse? I did not see a horse. I see Sherry Ward, who passed in 2017. Trigger is in a Branson, Missouri museum. I went to Branson. Kind of a crazy place. I don't think I'll be going back. We had some funny family stories there. The Blue Horse, are you talking about here at the cemetery, the Blue Horse, Catherine? Oh, the mule. That's not a horse. That's a burro, I think. You talking about this guy? Yeah, good eyes. The blue donkey. Isn't that cool? You know what? I didn't plan even coming to the cemetery. I was on my way to Greenwood, the big cemetery down in Phoenix. And isn't this great? Look at this. Some beautiful work here. I'll tell you what, sad to say, if we were in some other regions of the country, this stuff would be stolen from the cemetery, right? Chairman Jim. Guys, do you know Chairman Jim? He takes no BS. No BS, right? Isn't that great? You like that blue burrow? I like it too. What's in the wilderness here? Watching out for snakes. Watching out for scorpions. I hate the scorpions. There was one in my bedroom a month ago. Freaked me out. Now I don't even like to get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. God knows what you're going to step on in the dark. A lot of little hidden graves here in the desert. Cow pies. Eeyore, that's right. Eeyore the mule. Here's somebody from the 1960s. John Forrest Vose. Peace, brother. Passed in 1985. He was born in 47. So in the 60s, he was like right in the movement. In his 20s, you know he had long hair, right? Now look at this. Renee's been stung by scorpions. Is it really unbearable? I have yet to be stung. I'll tell you this, and this is not an old wives' tale. And I wonder if this will work for scorpion bites, but when you are stung by a bee or a hornet or a wasp, take a penny, which has some copper, it's not pure copper, but it has some alloy in it, put it on the sting, put some tape over it, 20 minutes, gone. No swelling, gone. It neutralized it. Now, what I'm wondering is for scorpions, would that work? I don't think so, because doesn't it get in your bloodstream? Was the pain from the scorpion bite just localized, or was it like your whole body going like a snake bite? Like, tell me about that. I'm not looking forward to that part of Arizona. I'm not looking forward to that. Pink lavender, they don't like that. Oh, guys, I got to tell you something. I bought one of those on Amazon, one of those flashlights, big LED black light, and I got 2 of them. Went out at night in the desert, turned it on, and scorpions they glow with black light. Only insects, and it was frightening. It was frightening. Scorpions all over. You better wear shoes. You better wear shoes. Oh, baby, you better wear shoes. Look at this little cactus. It's a little furry white cactus here, guys. Really, look at this cactus. Isn't that cool? Look at that. It's got like snow on it. It feels like you want to just touch it, but I'll bet you don't want to touch it. Bob Hirsch. There's a picture of Bob. There's Bob. It looks like he was a fly fisherman. Would you say? Yeah, Mr. Outdoor Arizona. He's now free to roam about the Arizona outdoors forever. How cool. What a great spot. And he's with his wife here. So she passed, Mary Louise passed in 2007 in December, right after him. Look at that, December 5th, and he passed October 5th. So she died, what, 2 months later? Wow, I wonder if that was heartbreak. You know what they say. You know what they say. Man, oh man, take this in, this beauty. I'm gonna go hiking in the mountains, guys. You wanna go? Look at this big old cactus. Woo! Biggie. Yeah, Penny, I'm with you. Don't pet the cactus, even if it's pretty. Now this is the foot cactus of William Tate, who I believe is a veteran. That's the biggest footstone. That thing goes up like 15 feet, maybe more. Boy, I don't want to be under that if that falls down. The veteran. Vietnam. Thank you for your service, William. Look at a prickly. Creepy crawlies. Yeah, I don't like the scorpions. Now, I like the javelinas. You got to kind of watch out for them, but I think the javelinas are pretty cool. And I'll tell you, out here, this is really strange. Unlike I'm in the wilderness of northern Wisconsin, and we have bears and we have wolves and we have deer, right? They won't come near you. But here, I don't know why, there was a 12-point buck on my land, and you almost ate out of my hand. The deer are not scared of people. Maybe it's because they're not hunting them here. Maybe that's why. I know they hunt deer, but maybe not in Cave Creek or Carefree. We're actually in Carefree. This is Cave Creek Cemetery, but I think we're actually in Carefree. Look at this rock. Let's just look at rocks, guys. I'm going to sit here on this bench. I'm going to just have a seat here for a minute. Look at that rock. That's right, Tammy. So we're going to sit with Owen here for a minute. Though you are absent, though absent you are, always near, still loved and still missed. And Retha too. And Retha too. Wow, this is just such a peaceful spot. I'm like just sitting here under this tree here. Just sit here and talk to you guys. What are we thinking? We liking this walk? I'm really loving this walk. I'm loving Arizona, let me tell you. Why are you not carrying water? Naughty. Why do I need to carry water? I'm like, my car's right there with water. It's like right there. You're so funny. I know all about water and getting dehydrated. Let me tell you, I got dehydrated about 20 years ago out here on the golf course because I had food poisoning from the guacamole. And then the next day I went golfing and I was dehydrated. I ended up in the hospital, almost didn't make it. Seriously. They had me on IVs. They thought I was having a heart attack. That was 20 years ago. I was like 40 years old. And it can kill you out here. You got to stay very hydrated, especially even when you're not thirsty. You've got to drink and stay ahead of it. So yeah, I know all about that. Thank you. But I'm not being naughty. My truck is right there. See my truck? I don't think you can see it, but it's over there. Trust me. Listen to the song of the Javelina. Chad, thanks for the $5. Please look for Aaron Fry. Who's Aaron Fry? Is he the guy that made Fry's? The store? The big Fry's store? I was in grade school with him and hold it. And he died in a car crash. So who's Aaron Fry? And I would love to look for Aaron Fry, but if it's, sometimes I'll do a family member story, but otherwise it's got to be an intriguing, there has to be an intriguing life story. And if he's the guy who founded Fry's, I don't know, killed in a car crash, is that the guy or is that someone else? There's my truck. That's where my water is, right there. So let's see, let's come over this way. He's a 10-year-old that is a 10-year-old Adam. Okay. Yeah, all right, that's different. So if we haven't seen him yet, if somebody can tell me where he's at, location-wise, I will go to his grave. Otherwise, we'll keep an eye out. Let's look for Adam Fry. When I think of Fry's, I think of Fry's. Adam Fry. Nope. There's a traffic here. You're suicidal, no one cares. That's your name? I think that's, if you want to know if it's quiet by me, yeah, it's very quiet. It's dead quiet. I own a lot of land at the foothills of the Black Mountains. But here is not quiet. Because we're right by this road here. There's a lot of traffic. But yeah, when you get in the mountains, man. All right, let's look for Aaron Fry. We haven't seen him yet, have we? This could be him right here. Thanks, Ruth. Glad you're enjoying the walk. It is beautiful. Does anybody know where his grave is? I'm happy to walk to it. Happy to go there. Let's go this way. Man, I can't get enough of this cemetery. This is just gorgeous. I wasn't expecting this. I just popped in here to have a look. Curiosity. Susan, this is Cave Creek Cemetery. I think it's in Carefree, though. It's west of Cave Creek. Here's Merrill Burke. Watch out for snakes. Yeah, we were talking about that. My answer was watch out for scorpions. Those scare me much worse than snakes. We got a flag down. It's hard to, can't really put this in the ground. Now it's better. Thank you. My grandson is exploring. Susan Furman's grandson is exploring. Oh, there goes my gimbal. Hold on. My gimbal just turned off. Wonder what happened. Hold on. My gimbal's not working. Ah, there it is. Back online. There we go. All right. Teresa, you think this is one of your favorites? Cool. Yeah, I didn't like unplanned. This is like a little gem, isn't it? We'll have to find more like this. And believe me, look at this, all horseshoes. Isn't that cool? Scorpions. Giant spiders too. Got a swimming pool and I was in the jacuzzi. It's not a jacuzzi, it's like a hot tub outside. And there was a giant spider and I smacked it and it didn't die. Everything, the insects out here, let me tell you, it's like the cactus. Like there's a flying bug that was by the light and it got inside. And in the middle of the night, early in the morning, I went to the bathroom and I saw something on the wall in the dark and I went like that and it like flew away. I was like, oh crap. But then it landed right back. So I was like, bam. And it went down and then it started moving around. It's like, it doesn't die. And it was like a flying giant mosquito with a scorpion back. And it was trying to sting. Like what kind of insect is that? I don't know, but I got a bunch of toilet paper and I threw it, wet toilet paper on the sink, and then I like got it and I threw it, flushed it down the toilet. Like I didn't want to mess with it. It wasn't dying. That they, like you can smack them. They're like robust. Look at this here. The bugs are mean. Everything's rough out here. Now this looks like look at that. James Farnworth. 1907 to 1977, it looks like. This looks like one of the old tombstones that you see in Tombstone. By the way, I'm not going to do an episode in Tombstone. Boot Hill. People have asked me to go there. I don't know. It's like a tourist trap to me. I don't think all those graves are real either. Let's go look at these chimes. There's some pretty chimes. There's some quality stuff here. Like, you know, people leave stuff. Look at these chimes. This is not cheap stuff. Look at this, guys. It's really pretty. El Paso. Melanie Blake. Yeah, El Paso is on my list. Definitely. Isn't that where John Harden is? Definitely going to go see John Harden. That's a big trip. That's far, far West Texas. That's why I haven't done it yet. But from Arizona, I think it's going to be a better spot to access. All right, we're still looking for, is it Aaron Fry, the little boy? Yeah, people steal from graves. They're caught on video, women stealing, and men stealing flowers. Isn't that sickening? How low can you go? You know what that reminds me of? You won't believe this. I don't know any of you big. When I lived in Chicago, I had a three flat. And on the third floor in the balcony, in the back, I had flowers, some flower pots. This is going back like 25 years, 30 years maybe. 30 years ago. And people would come down the gangway. This is a three flat, heavily dense apartment area. Go up at night and steal the flower pots with the flowers. And they do that in Chicago. Is Chicago the only place they do that? Like you have to screw the things down into the wood and still they'll rip them off, or they will pull the flowers out in the dirt to steal your flowers because they don't want to go to the store and spend money. Does that happen anywhere else than other than Chicago? Do you believe people would do that? Yeah. Ruth from England. Where are you at in England? She loves the desert cemeteries. Yeah, you can't beat this, huh? Let's go over here. Somebody stole your Christmas tree on you put on your grandpa's. Yeah, it's so sickening. Grandpa's grave. Give him a Christmas tree, and then somebody steals it. New York City, all the time. Yeah, I could have guessed. Chicago, New York, right? Where aptly are you, Ron? I'm in Arizona. Arizona, look at the mountain view. I'll give you a close up here. How about that? How about those mountains, guys? Little cactus for you. Let's go over here. I don't think we saw this part over here. Not in San Antonio. I'm happy to hear that. San Antonio has the coolest cemetery. I should say group of cemeteries, that we did the live stream there. Love San Antonio. Man, that's a great. All right, I'm going to go over here and then sweep from here to the left. Another little patch of graves. I don't think we've seen it. Maybe we'll find the little boy. What was his first name again? Last name Fries, killed in a car wreck. Have I been to Woodland and Dayton, Irma Bombeck? No, that's the one. I was in the Calvary there doing Anna Hochwald. She was buried alive. I did 2 episodes in Dayton at Calvary. And yeah, I'll have to get back there to go to see the Wright brothers and Irma Bombeck. Although I think someone else did Irma Bombeck, one of the other cemetery channels. So I don't like to be the second one doing things. Oh, look at this. A porcelain. Oh, I found him. Guys, guys, guys. We found Aaron Fry. Who's with us? Are you still with me? We found it. And he's got a picture. Good call. Oh my God, heartbreaking. What a cute little guy. So Aaron's son, he was born May 30th, 1975. Looks like our little redhead. I wonder if he was redhead. And he passed in 1986, March. So May to March, 75. So he was 10 years old, if my math is right, based on the months. Oh, man, what a heartbreaker. Yeah, good call. This little Aaron is here, guys. Well, I got lucky. No, you guys did it. You guys found him. Oh, poor little guy. No one's been here for a while. Let's see. We can do this. Sorry, guys. Just trying to fix it up a little bit. Rest in peace, Aaron. I hope you're definitely in a better place, doing what you like to do. Anybody know anything about Aaron? Rhonda, Aaron was killed in a car crash. One of our viewers here, I forget who. Yeah, he'd be 48 now. Wow. One of our viewers gave me the heads up to look for him. And it's not like you're going to find like most famous on Find a Grave. Somebody here knows this little guy, or knew him, or knew of him. Oh, I'm so glad we found his grave. I'm so glad. That just makes my day, guys. That makes my Sunday. What do you think? And next to Aaron, I don't see any other family members. I'm sure his folks are still alive. He was born in 75, so they're not that old. Yeah, a lot of stuff knocked over. That's a little better. A lot of seashells here. The Dowdy kids. Remember the episode 2 weeks ago on the Dowdy kids? A lot of seashells. I don't know how they found their way here. Or, well, somebody brought them from the ocean. Little snails. Yeah, that looks better. All right, everybody, say goodbye to little Aaron Fry. I have not done any walks in Nebraska, but I did an episode on the Black Angels there. Council Bluffs. Is that Nebraska? I did a episode there. If you want to see an episode, just say Black Angel. Like if you want to search, just hit the name and then say Faces of the Forgotten. It'll come up on YouTube. So Black Angel, Faces of the Forgotten, Nebraska. That's Nebraska, right? Aaron, yeah. Look at this stuff, guys. I don't know. Look at this little cactus. Really cool. A lot of beautiful flowers. We've had so much rain here, but here's what I'm talking about. Look at some of these things people bring out. Isn't that pretty? There's one in turquoise or cobalt blue. Is that cobalt? It's more like a turquoise. Look at the dove, the blue dove. Some beautiful, yeah, if this was Chicago, they would have stolen this a long time ago. Not here, though. People here are respectful. Very respectful. Look at that. Oh my gosh, look at those quartz rocks. Did we do this yet? Did we come over here? I think we did. Maybe I just want to take another look at this. Look at that. Wow. Those are beautiful stones. Again, they wouldn't last long where I'm from. Isn't this beautiful, guys? What a walk. I hope this is warming you up. I know it's cold up there. I know Chicago, you've got snow. We'll give you a little piece of warmth here in Cave Creek. Thanks, Alice. Yeah, the two Black Angels. Actually, I did them in one episode, didn't I? I put them together. But you haven't done much in Nebraska. I've got some stories there. Yeah, me too, Lisa. Finding Aaron totally, I think that was meant to be. You know how I saw him is his picture, the oval. And it's the only one here at the cemetery that I've seen in that traditional form. Look at this plot. Wow. Look at that bench. Whole family here. Let's see. It's another interesting, look at all the goodies. I think this is Asian. Well, no, Carol Jean Powley passed in 1996. But I said that because a little doggy. Some neat stuff here. But I saw this tea kettle. Oh, here we go with the gimbal again. Gosh darn it. Hold on. My gimbal is giving me trouble here. Let's see. No. I'm gonna hold on a second. Sorry guys. We have a gimbal fail. Oh gosh, hold on. Let me see if I can reboot here. I don't know what's going on with this thing. All right, there we go. We're back in service. Just wanted to give you a look at that. Yes, Brandy, Howard Hughes is tonight. Holy cow, look at the bird cage with the rabbit in it. Look at that. Howard Hughes tonight. It's a long one, and I think it's a good one. And by the way, you can't get into the family plot, but I did. It happened to be open when we were there. Look at that. They got like a rabbit in there. So Patricia Patrick loved rabbits, passed in 07. And if you look at her plot here, not her plot, if you look at her grave, she's buried right here. There's a rabbit hole. No, I don't think that's a rabbit hole, but it's something. Albert Eldridge, cowboy. That's very peaceful, huh? Well, I think that's a good one to end it on. I think that's a good one to end it on. That's it for today, guys. I'm in Cave Creek, Arizona, enjoying the beautiful weather and the mountains. Hope you enjoyed this walk with me. Great to see you all. And we got a good one coming up tonight. Howard Hughes, 8 p.m. Central Time premiere. And then after that, next week, we're going to start getting very close to New Orleans. We've got Baton Rouge and in that area during the week. And then next weekend, we're getting into, well, we're in New Iberia Sunday, I think. And then after that, it's New Orleans heavy for 2 weeks of episodes. Really good stuff. All right. Great to see you. I hope to see you tonight. All right. I hope to see you at the Howard Hughes premiere. Everybody else, stay safe. Everybody stays safe. Not everybody else, everybody. All right. See you later.